Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be learning how to play bar chords. A lot of people get scared whenever it comes to learning bar chords. However, if you're learning them the right way, I promise you they're not all that bad and they're actually really helpful when you're playing because it kind of opens up the options of what you can play and how you can play it. Also, the techniques that I'm going to explain in this video can be used for guitar as well. So if you're a guitarist, you don't have to click off the video. This could be helpful for you. I am going to be playing on my ukulele though. First, I guess I should probably explain exactly what a bar chord is. It's where you're using your index finger to press down on all of the strings of a fret. You could definitely do a semi-bar chord where you press down on 3 of the strings or even 2 of them. However, most bar chords you're going to be pressing down on all of the strings in the fret. So essentially a bar chord is like using your fingers as a capo. What I want you to do is take your hand and form an L. Resist the urge to sing all-star and pay attention to the index finger and the thumb. A lot of people think that doing bar chords just requires the index finger and that's what they're focusing on when they're trying to play them. And that's why it's so difficult because they don't realize that the thumb has such a crucial part in playing a bar chord. You're gonna take your index finger and your thumb, obviously use the index finger to be the one that's barring, and then your thumb is gonna rest right behind it on the fretboard. If you're looking at it from behind, it'll look just like this. The thumb is resting directly behind the index finger to reinforce that pressure. It's almost like you're clamping down, making a pinching motion. So you have pressure coming from your index finger and from your thumb at the same time. Pinch the fretboard. And this should come naturally when you're using your index finger and thumb, but I'm just gonna point this out in case some of you are confused. But sometimes when you're playing chords on the ukulele, part of your palm will be touching the back of the fretboard and your thumb will be up here. However, when you're playing bar chords, your palm should shift down and your wrist will also swing down with it. And your thumb is going to be the only thing touching the back of the fretboard. So instead of being like this, if you were playing a G chord, part of my palm is touching the back of the fretboard, my thumb is up there, but when I switch to a bar chord, you see my wrist goes down. The next really important thing is that you don't want to be barring with the soft part of your finger. You're actually going to be rolling it back into the side of your finger. So when you're on the fret, you're just gonna shift all the pressure to the side of your index finger, so roll it back. I'm gonna go ahead and press into the strings really hard so you can see where the redness is on where I'm pressing down in the strings, because I think that'll be helpful for you to see where exactly I'm putting my pressure. So you see where the strings are? There's a little bit on the fret of my finger, but mostly it's on the side right here that's closest to my thumb, and you see it's all red right there. It is gonna hurt at the beginning, but once you start practicing them a lot, you're gonna build up calluses, and this skin right here is gonna start to get rough, which is a good thing because then it's not gonna hurt as much. Also, when you're practicing bar chords, it's completely normal for your thumb to hurt as well because keep in mind, you need to be pressing into the fretboard to get that pressure so you can make all the strings sound. And also you can use your middle finger to reinforce your index finger. So that's the next thing. You can also put your middle finger to use. That is if you aren't playing a chord that requires you to put down your middle finger, but I recommend just starting with barring the fret by itself and not using any other fingers to press down any other notes. So just practice that for a while using your index, middle, and thumb, and remember to roll back. Another important thing to be aware of are the grooves in your finger where it bends. Some of you may have the problem where you find a string resting in one of those grooves and that will cause it to be muted whenever you play. I don't know if I can give an example for that because I'm so used to not having it in the groove, but if that string is in the groove, then it's not going to have enough pressure on it, so whenever you strum, that one string will be muted. My best advice for this is to just kind of roll around your finger all over the strings and find a spot where you can go through each string and it sounds. And if you have one that's muted, keep moving around your finger. Just your index finger, your thumb can stay in the same spot or just adjust with moving your index finger. You might have to go more down, you might have to go up, roll it back more. And once you can go through every string and hear it sound out without having any mutes, then you'll know that's the position that your finger needs to be in. And everyone has a different finger, obviously, so someone might need to put their finger way up high in order to not have it in the grooves. Someone might be more down. As long as your index finger is over all of the strings, that's what matters, and if they're sounding out. So it's really just trial and error at this point, because you have to find what works for your finger. However, usually rolling it back does help a lot, but you still might have to make adjustments from there. And just again, notice how the side of my finger is a lot more red than the front of it, because I'm putting most of the pressure on the side that's closest to my thumb. And that's pretty much the foundation of everything that you need to know in order to be successful at playing bar chords. There are some chords on ukulele where you just bar the entire fret and you play that. That is a chord that can be used in a song. However, a really popular one is B minor. So for a B minor, you can still use your middle finger to reinforce your index, but then you'll place your ring finger on the 4th fret top string. This gets a little bit tricky because now you have to think about the pressure that your ring finger is putting on the fretboard, not only the index and the thumb. So you're still going to be pinching with your thumb and your index, use your middle finger to reinforce, and then you'll place this on and also press down really hard. Try to get all the strings to sound. And then it gets even trickier when you add your middle finger into the mix. Whenever I do this, I kind of roll all my fingers this way, just so I can get that pressure on my index, but also be pressing down really hard with my other 2 fingers. So if you take the knowledge that I explained in this video and apply it to your practice, keep repeating it over and over, go through each string, making sure that it's sounding, you're gonna eventually get it, and you're also gonna learn from trial and error. You're gonna find what works best for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this tutorial helped you understand bar chords a little bit better, and I hope that you go practice it and that you master them, because I know you guys can do it. I also have a playlist of all the ukulele tutorials that I've ever made, so feel free to go check that out and find a song that you want to learn. Some of them do have bar chords and a lot of them actually don't, so if bar chords still freak you out and you haven't practiced them enough, you can find some that will work for you. I hope you have a fantastic day. Don't forget to drink your water, eat your vegetables, and be a good person. I love y'all. Bye!